don't necessarily think this is like the right thing to do, but it's what I'm gonna do right now. You know, I'm a Scorpio, it's Scorpio season. I'm choosing to ignore. Before we jump into the monthly reset, this is not a sponsorship like whatsoever. I just wanted to show you that I'm wearing my Sabrina Carpenter sweater today that I got from Camden Market. I am obsessed with this thing. I think it is so cute. But guys, if there has ever been a month that I needed to do a monthly reset, it is this one right here. And to be honest, we're already into the month. It is November 5th today, but we need to do a big November reset. If you're new here, hi, my name is Beth. I love to go to concerts and overshare in all of my vlogs, and I just spent the last 2 and a little bit months traveling between Europe and the UK. Basically, I did 3 weeks of traveling around Greece and Italy, 5 weeks of living in London, and then just over a week spending my 30th in Paris with all of my friends, and I had the best time ever. I am so grateful to have had all of those experiences, but it is officially time to, you know, get my life together, reset for November. I'm home, and I'm planning on being home for a while now, so I'm ready to just honestly get my together. Have I checked my goals since I left in August? No. Have I finished a book? Have I done any monthly reflections? No. Have my makeup brushes been washed or my AirPods been? No, I've done nothing. I've done basically nothing that I usually do every single month for my reset. So that is what we are going to do today. We are going to just literally get it done off construction and get set up for the rest of November. So the first thing I do in every monthly reset is a big deep clean, because like I've said, honestly, I think 11 times now or 10 times, I think I missed 1 or 2 monthly resets, is that I can't focus if my space is messy, if my desk is cluttered or my lounge room is cluttered, like my mind is cluttered and I really just can't focus on anything. I will say our apartment is very tidy because I made sure it was clean before we went away, and we've only been back for like 4 or 5 days and I've unpacked everything. But I do think a deep clean would be a good thing to do because there is a lot of dust everywhere. But I don't think this is going to be like the most intense deep clean that I've done because it's not that bad at the same time. I'm sure you know what I mean. You know when you come back and you're like, oof, some dust has accumulated here? That's kind of where I'm at. So let's just jump into this. We have 4 areas we have to do today. My bedroom, the living room, which has my desk area, the kitchen, and the bathroom. And of course, as you already know, I'm going to put on my filthy, dirty AirPod Max to get this done because I can't be left alone with my thoughts, ever. Still says August 20th. It's definitely not that date anymore. Okay guys, I have finished cleaning the bedroom and the living room. I couldn't vacuum in the living room though because the vacuum cleaner died. I don't know why. I guess I used the full 6 minutes of intense power that it had. Also, is it kind of echoing in here? I have Cal's office door shut because I wanted to give him some privacy while I filmed, and I feel like it's making this room echo. Anyway, I'm about to move on to the kitchen and then the bathroom. I'm gonna try and speed through these really fast as well. One thing I do need to do is go through the fridge because I think I did it before we left, but then when we came back, I saw there was like some yogurt in there and stuff, and I just like, I don't think that would be still able to be eaten. Like, surely that's expired, right? I don't know. Anyway, let's zoom through the kitchen and the bathroom. I don't want to do this anymore. And you guys know I usually love deep cleaning and cleaning, but as you can tell, my brain is just like frazzled and I'm crashing a little bit. But it's okay. We got this. We can get it done. And I know I'm gonna feel so good once it's done. Like, I already can notice a difference in especially the living room. Like, I truly didn't realize how much dust had accumulated while we were gone. Anyway, let's get this done. Also, I had to put my hair back because I literally went to make my bed without my hair up and was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, I probably will put it back up again later when I have to do the little like admin chores. I want to sit down with like cute, nice hair, but when I actually have to like do things, nah. Down first. Let's see how strong I am. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god, never doubt yourself. So much better now that that's done. That shouldn't be groundbreaking information. I feel so much better every time I do that, but there was just more dust than I thought. Like, no wonder I've been sneezing every single morning. But now we're gonna move into my digital deep clean and declutter. I'm basically gonna do the same, I guess, concept of what I just did, but digitally? Does that even make sense? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tidy up my MacBook. I have so many files that I need to put in the right place. I did do a little bit of this in a getting my life together video that I'm also filming because my organization level is at the point where I'm doing a monthly reset and getting my life together at the same time. Don't mind me. I did move some files in that, but I still have stuff that I need to move, things that need to go on my hard drive. And also my phone. Oh my gosh, as you can imagine, I took 1 million photos and videos on this vacation. Each 1 million photos and 1 million videos. So I really need to go through my phone and sort through some of these. I usually like to set like a 10 or 15 minute timer and just go through and delete. One thing I do want to get, maybe we'll do it next year, like when we're prepping for 2026, is get that app. I think it's called Swipe Wipe. I'm pretty sure my friend Ethan was talking about this the other day. I've had it before, but it's an app where you can just like swipe to keep or delete photos, and it would be much faster than doing it like this. Like, I remember instead of scrolling, I would just use Swipe Wipe, but for today, I'm just going to manually do it. I need to clear up my text. I have so many random ass message chains from when I had my eSIM in the UK because it kept like making new chats. I have apps that I can probably delete now that I'm not in Europe. I just have a bit of organizing that I need to do on my phone. So we're gonna lock in and we're gonna clean up my phone and my MacBook. Torn on how I want to do this. Usually now I would do an end of month reflection, but I haven't done one since August, and I know when I did my September reset, I had to film it quite early in August because I was leaving to go overseas in the last week of August. I'm pretty sure I left on like the 20 something. So I haven't reflected for September or October, and it's hard because it wasn't my typical life. I mean, in a sense it kind of was because I did still do work stuff while I was overseas overseas, and like I said before, we were kind of living in London for 5 weeks, but it also wasn't the same because I wasn't here and I didn't do the things that I usually do here. I really hope that makes sense. So I think what I might do is do a reflection on the time that I spent in Europe and the UK and just kind of reflect. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I also I think I'm jumping ahead of myself because I was about to say I don't think I did any of my goals in September. You know what? We're jumping ahead. Let's go ahead and do an end of month reflection. Basically on my Notion, which if you're interested, I do have a Notion template that I'll link below for you guys. I honestly downloaded this template, but then I customized it a lot. So I have made a template that you guys can download and use if you're interested. But in my Notion, I have a goals section, which we'll get into in a little bit when we bring up the September goals I'm like terrified to look at. But in my goals section, I have an end of month reflection section. So I'm just gonna do a reflection in the October, but I'm gonna focus on the entirety of September and October and honestly just like the whole trip. But what I like about this end of month reflection review is that I have 4 prompts. I don't know about you guys, but when I go into journaling, I like to have prompts because otherwise I get so overwhelmed and in my head about what I want to write. I feel like it's messy and I will just honestly not do it and procrastinate. So here I have 4 sections. I have liked, what did I enjoy most this month, learned, what did I learn this month, lacked, what could I have done better this month, and longed for, what do I wish existed or was possible to make this month run smoother. And honestly, as I'm reading out these headings, I'm already thinking of things that I'm gonna write down. For example, just to let you guys know, and I'm pretty sure I've said this on my socials as well, something that I wish existed while I was away was I wish that I hired an editor to help me because I couldn't keep up with my own YouTube. So honestly, I think this is gonna be helpful. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me rant. I am going to go ahead and fill out this end of month reflection. It's time. You know what? Do we actually have to? Do I need to open up my September goals? Because I didn't set any for October, so I don't have any goals to reflect on in October. I did not do an October reset at all when I was away. I did do my tax document when I was away just because I really needed to keep up with where I was at, but I didn't set goals. I didn't do nothing, and I don't think I even achieved any goal. You know what? No, for my own sanity, I'm just not gonna look at my September goals. I think it's just gonna make me feel like shit, and I don't want to feel like shit, you know? I don't necessarily think this is like the right thing to do, but it's what I'm gonna do right now. You know, I'm a Scorpio, it's Scorpio season. I'm choosing to ignore, but I will show you guys my 2025 goals page setup in case you're new here or in case you don't remember. So basically, this is the page. At the top, I have 2025 goals, my word for the year, which is thrive, and the definition because I think it looks cute. And then under that, I have my 2025 goals, which are broken up into 6 sections. I have work, physical, financial, mental, hobbies, and personal. And then I have 2 goals underneath each. And as you can see just to the left of that, I have the status of the goal as well. So whether it's not started, in progress, done, or if I'm pushing it to next year. Then to the right, I have my monthly goals, which are broken up obviously into each month because otherwise this page would be way too full. And then above that, I have my weekly goals as well. And basically my weekly goals help me achieve my monthly goals and my monthly goals help me achieve my yearly goals. In theory. I do have to, you know, put in the work and I always forget about my weekly goals, dude. I don't know why. I just always do, but it's fine. It's fine. So usually what I'll do after doing my end of month reflection is look at the goals that I'd set for the previous month and either mark them as not started, in progress, or done. And then I can kind of see, you know, how I did for the month with my goals. We're not going to do that because technically we didn't set goals for October. What we're going to do is just go ahead and take a look over my 2025 yearly goals, see where we're at with those, and then go ahead and set my November goals. Also, I can't believe it's November. That is insane. I genuinely remember setting these yearly goals, and even when I look at them now, they don't feel like I set them 11 months ago. That is insane. All right, so let's have a look at my 2025 goals. Consistent on all platforms. Let's keep that at in progress. 2 clients at a certain amount monthly. Done. Best physical shape of my life. Yeah, okay, that can stay in progress. Safe to say, I ate whatever I wanted while I was away, as I should, and I worked out once. So currently not in the best physical shape of my life, but it's in progress and we've got 2 months. And like, isn't the best physical shape of your life like a mindset? Balance my hormones, yeah, in progress. Being away really fucked me up. I've spoken about it a little bit, but my hormones are so bad. I have a lot of hormonal and just women's health issues in general, and they were so bad while I was traveling. They were so flared, and honestly, one of the main things that I struggled with, honestly, probably the only, one of the main things I struggle with overseas. So that's gonna, I think, constantly be a thing I'm gonna be having to do in my life, but it's definitely like in progress for now. Being a month ahead of budget, I just spent 2 months overseas. There's like no fucking way I'm a month ahead of my budget. Start investing next year, I think. Like at this point, next year, you know, like I can't do it all. Can't do it all. Improve my mental health. Technically I have. This year I've gone on medication for my health, and I think I have improved it a lot in general, but I don't want to take it as done because I have another goal that I would like to achieve potentially by the end of the year that kind of like would tie in with that and make me happy with making that be marked as done, if that makes sense. Log 50 social media free days. Guys, I think we're at like 17. We don't have a lot of days left. Like I would just have to like log off now. In progress. This is kind of, yeah. It's fine, we're being real, and you don't always achieve your goals, and it's fine. Ironically, I think I've nearly achieved my vision board, but I haven't achieved my yearly goals. I think when we reset for 2026, we need to make sure they're a bit more intertwined. Learn a go-to piano song. Read 24 books. In progress. I'm a bit behind, but also I feel like I'm back in my reading era. I've read a lot. Like I literally finished my book since I've been home, so. This one we can tick off. Spend my 30th in Paris. Done, baby. Fucking done. And actually love my hair. Done as well. So you know what? So far we have achieved 3 out of 12 goals. Isn't that like a quarter? 3, 6, 9... a quarter of the way there. We still got a little bit to go, but it's fine. Okay, now I'm gonna go have a look at my reflection that I did, have a look over my 2025 goals a bit more in depth, and then set my goals for November. You know what time it is? It is time to tick off this end of month admin list. I am so excited to do this because I have not washed my makeup brushes or my AirPod Max since I've been away, and they are so dirty. Like I ended up not keeping the cover on my AirPod Max. They just kept falling off. Maybe I'll put it back on, but look at these. Like they're so dirty. It's so gross. And yeah, I didn't wash my makeup brushes while I was away, so they're pretty gross. I've been using our washing machine so much since we got back because I had so much laundry to do. You'll see in the getting my life back together vlog. So our washing machine could probably use a wash. And I have so many random things that I need to like check if I need, appointments that I need to book. I'm just like really excited to do this list. So let's jump into it right now. Let's be so real. For the most boring part of this monthly reset. Please don't click off. I promise it's not. I'll try my best to keep it entertaining. But it's time to update my tax document. I know. So fucking boring. So fucking boring, but so important. And I honestly kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. Basically, because I'm self-employed, I need to keep track of all of my earnings and expenses for both social media and then also my freelance editing business. So I have a tax document where I keep track of all of this. And then I also have a tab at the end where I calculate my monthly totals just so I can see how much I'm earning each month. It does fluctuate a lot. So it's good to be able to see that, kind of like know the average, and then I can then obviously budget for my life from there. The main thing that I do in this time though is make sure all of my expenses are logged. So what I do is I honestly kind of do it as I go, but then I'll open my bank account, I'll go through our credit card and also my personal cards, and I'll just make sure that every expense is logged and that I have the receipt for every expense. This makes it so easy when tax time comes around, because as soon as our accountant asks for all of our tax documents, I have them ready. And it helps me throughout the year know how much I am spending expenses wise as well. So it's a bit boring, I know, but it's very necessary, and it does make me feel like I have my together when it's done, you know. Also, I have another Excel spreadsheet because I've never relaxed a day in my life, where I keep track of all of mine and Kel's bills, so like our rent, internet, phones, electricity, etc. And then also I have a section here where I keep track of our monthly budgets, and I like to just go over that spreadsheet, make sure that's all up to date and I haven't missed anything, and then tweak our budget if need be. So before I talk myself out of this, because I do love doing this, but also you kind of have to like lock in, you know, I'm just gonna start. Like no procrastinating. No procrastinating. We need to get this done. This might be the part that I'm most excited about, and this might sound a little bit crazy, but I am so excited to update my calendar for November. While we were away, I did use my calendar to kind of mostly just keep up with client work, but I never properly used it, if you know what I mean. Like I would use it at times and then I would drop off for weeks, and I just feel like when I'm not using my calendar, I'm not doing well. Like I'm not on top of my shit. I feel like everything's everywhere and I just feel like an anxious, scattered mess, which is not what I want to feel like. So what I usually do at the end of each month or the start of each month, or realistically just whenever I film this video, is I go and do a bulk fill of my calendar. So I use a digital calendar for everything. I use my Apple calendar, and I have 6 calendars. So I have life, YouTube, socials, gym, and then my 3 clients are separated into 3 calendars as well. And I like doing it like this because I can choose which calendars I can view at each time. So for instance, if I only want to see what workouts I have booked in, I can just have my gym calendar on, etc. I find it very, very helpful. So what I'm going to do now is go and bulk fill in this calendar. I'm going to put in any appointments I have. I'm going to move around any client editing dates that I need to move around, and just get everything in here so it's not scattered up here. Alright, now that my calendar is updated, we're going to go and update my Notion. I did not use my Notion once. Actually, that's a lie. Sorry, I lied. I used my UK Europe Notion page, but my actual Notion, like my Basecamp and the full setup and all of that kind of stuff, I did not use while I was away. So she is very not up to date, to say the least. But essentially, this is what my Notion looks like. It's called Basecamp, and to the right, you can see I have this section called Weekly Schedule. This is where I like to pop down the main things that I have on for the week, and I get that information from my calendar. So that's why I have to do my calendar first. And then above the weekly schedule, I have a to-do list, and that's where I'll expand on absolutely everything that I have to do on those days when they come. But I like to just have kind of like a brief overview of what's going on. Oh my God, I just realized I don't have earrings in. Literally no one cares, but you know when you just have that moment where you're like, I forgot to do something. Anyway, but what I like to do is just have the main things that I'm doing, like the most important things, jotted down there, so that when I open my Notion, I just have everything where it needs to be. I can access everything, and then if I need to go more in depth, I can click on the to-do list. So I'm going to update that, and then also to the left, you can see I have a YouTube planner. This is where I keep track of literally all of my YouTube videos, and I have not been doing that in here, to be so real, and you guys will know this. I didn't post all of October, which is crazy for me. I don't think I've ever skipped more than 2 weeks, so I don't really have too much to update in here. But like I said, or maybe I said this in my other video, I'm not 100% sure. I'm filming 2 at once right now, but I have hired Harriet to help me with editing my Europe vlogs. So I do need to update this YouTube planner with what videos she's doing, what videos I'm filming, and when I'm going to be able to post all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of that now. You know what I'm excited to get back on, guys? My habit tracker. Safe to say, I did not use this once while I was away. It stayed on my home screen. Like she's still there, but I did not use her. To be honest, I think I'm gonna keep all of the same habits. So we don't really have to do anything right now. I just realized we really just have to start using it again. But let me go over my habits with you guys. Also, this is the app called Habit, like just the word habit, and this is the icon for it. So if you want to download this, I'll try and link it below, but otherwise you should be able to just find it in the App Store. But these are the habits that I'm going to try and do for the rest of November every day. Red light mask, night meds, morning meds, read 10 pages, 10K steps, journal in the morning, drink 2 liters of water, stretch, practice French, and journal at night. Hell yeah, I actually like all of those habits. Also, the best thing about this app is that when you do it, you can just go in there and tick it if you have the app open, or if you're on the home screen, you can just tick on it and it opens up the app. So helpful. I was kind of just like looking at it every day I was away and being like, I'm just gonna deal with that when I get back to Australia. But I love the Habit app so much. Definitely recommend if you're wanting to like start building some healthy daily habits. Okay guys, lastly, I usually share my monthly favorites, but I don't know if I have anything. It's been 2 months and I can't remember what I have shown you, what I haven't shown you. So this time I'm gonna ask you guys, what have been your favorite things over the last 2 months? Whether it's a TV show, an album. Oh my god, I've obviously been listening to Sabrina Carpenter's new album and Taylor Swift's new album. They are both fire. I went and bought the vinyls basically as soon as I got home. But yeah, let me know what you guys have been loving, and I'll be back in the December reset with a full fat list of all of my monthly favorites. Like I promise. Guys, I feel so much better now after doing that monthly reset. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was contemplating not filming this and just skipping this entirely, but I'm so glad that I did it because now I am so excited for November. I feel like this is gonna be such a good month to me in terms of just getting back on track and getting back into routine. And I love that I'm lucky enough in my life to be able to have a good balance of months where I'm in routine and I'm at home and I'm enjoying living in Melbourne, and then also months where I'm traveling and living overseas, you know? Like I'm so grateful. If you guys have watched this far, comment down below. What should you comment down below? Something you've been loving over the last couple of months. Like what's something that you've just been loving so much? I know I just said that in the like monthly favorite section, but I really am curious. Like what have you guys been up to? What's been happening? What's something you're looking forward to? Also, if you've watched this far and you haven't subscribed, you should definitely subscribe because we're basically best friends at this point. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!